Hello everyone. Let us look at tooltips and custom tooltips. So let's select one of our charts. It could be any chart. Now the tooltip refers to this white box that you see that presently tells me the quarter, the year, the month, and the value. What if you want to add additional values here? Now on almost every chart, you have the last option, which is the tooltips. So if I keep my profit, now you notice it tells me the sales and the profit. If I keep the quantity, it tells me the sales quantity and the profit. Very easy. There are a little bit of formatting changes that you can make to this. So I can go to the format button. In general, if you want to completely turn off the tooltip, that is also possible. You can turn it off. So now it doesn't pop up. And you can also go to tooltips and you can make it bold, increase the size, change a little bit of the colors, basic formatting options that you have, like this. I can also add a background, maybe something like this. There's not really a lot that you can do here, but you do have a few options available. But the main thing I want to show you, let me duplicate the page, is to make a custom tooltip. And this is my target. And then I will also create a duplicate page. We'll call it the custom tooltip and we'll call it the source. The first thing I want to do is that on this page, which will act like the source, we will go to the page format, and in page information, I will enable this option called allow use as tooltip. This means that all the other pages can access this page as a tooltip. Now you notice the size changes automatically. So when I go to canvas settings, you notice that the tooltip default is 240 by 320 pixels, but you can always change that. So maybe I want to select a custom size, which is 400 by 500. Just don't keep it very large, but as such, you can keep any size that you want. Let's make it 300 by 400. Now, because the page is very small, you can't keep a lot of information on it, but just a few elements. So maybe I'll keep a card with the sales value. That's one. Let me also reduce the size a little bit. It's very large right now, like this. Next to this, I want to keep my profit. So I'll replace the sales value with my profit. And then below this, I would also like to keep a tree map for my 3 business segments. And we also want to show the value here, which is the data label, like this. Now, how do we connect it with the target? Click on the chart, go to format, go to general, and go to tooltips. Now here, you don't want to select the report page. You want to select, you do want to select the report page, but in the page, do not select the auto, select the custom tooltip source. That's it. Now when you hover your mouse, you will see the other page is reflected here and it is dynamic. As you move to different months, you will notice that the tooltip changes as well. This looks fantastic and something you should definitely use. Do keep in mind, the tooltip cannot be interacted with. So whatever you see on the tooltip, you can only view it, but you can't move it or change it. To make any changes, you have to go back to the source. So make sure not to keep anything too complex on the tooltip and make sure everything you're keeping is perfectly readable. You can keep multiple elements, but try to keep it as clean as possible.